Hey everyone, let's do a few practice problems on AP Computer Science A with the topic of abstract classes. So let's have a look at the first question. Okay, so the first question is, what is an abstract class in Java? And there are four choices. A class that cannot be instantiated and can have abstract methods. B, a class that must have all methods implemented. C, a class that only contains static methods. D, a class that is used to create objects of a specific type. So the answer is quite obvious here. It is choice A, which is a class that cannot be instantiated and can have abstract methods. That's by definition what an abstract class is. It has both. So answer A. Let's go ahead and look at the next question. What is an abstract method? A method that has no implementation, a method that is not allowed to be overridden, a method with a body but no return type, and a method with a default implementation. So choice D is out because abstract by the very nature is that it does not have a body. So choice A is what actually makes sense. It has no implementation. B doesn't make much sense that it would not be allowed to be overridden, especially if it has no body. You would need to override it, right? You would need to implement it. And C seems kind of irrelevant. It says it has a body, but it has no return type. So no, that is not true. So choice A. Question 3. Which of the following is true about abstract classes? Abstract classes cannot have constructors. Abstract classes can have both abstract and concrete methods. Abstract classes must implement all methods, and abstract classes cannot have instance variables. So C and D are out. Does it make sense? Because, well, an abstract class by definition does not need to implement all its methods. Choice A also doesn't seem to be very sensible because, well, there is no reason an abstract class cannot have a constructor. So choice B seems to be the right answer, which is abstract classes can have both abstract and concrete methods. Okay. Question 4. Which keyword is used to define an abstract class in Java? So there's no such keyword like A. There is B, C, and D. And I believe C and D are kind of obvious what they do. So the choice is B. Question 5. Which of the following is the correct way to declare an abstract method? So D has no return type, which is interesting. B and A are quite similar. C also does not have a return type. So I feel C and D are out. Between A and B, I believe the choice is A. So you kind of first say it's abstract and then you have the return type and then the name of the method. So it's answer A. Question 6. What must a subclass do if it extends an abstract class with abstract methods? So let's see this again. What must a subclass do if it extends an abstract class with abstract methods? So choice A says it must implement all the abstract methods or be declared abstract. B, call the abstract method in the constructor. C, throw an exception for each abstract method. And D, define all the methods in a new abstract class. So to me, B, C, and D are not very good choices. For example, for B, it says call the abstract method in the constructor. I don't see why it needs to do that. C, throw an exception. That seems an even more bizarre option. Choice D, define all the methods in a new abstract class. I don't see why it would need to do that because, a subclass can handle this by itself. And the choice A says implement all the abstract methods or be declared abstract, which kind of makes sense. So let's look at the answer. It is choice A. Question 7. Can an abstract class be extended by another abstract class? A. Yes, and the subclass must implement all abstract methods. B. Yes, but the subclass does not have to implement abstract methods. C. No, abstract classes cannot be extended. And D. No, only concrete classes can extend abstract classes. So C is out. Of course, abstract classes can be extended. D. No, it is not important that only concrete classes should extend abstract classes. Let's look at A. Yes, and the subclass must implement all the abstract methods. And B, yes, but the subclass does not have to implement all the abstract methods. So the choice is between A and B. And normally it is true that a subclass does not have to implement all abstract methods unless it is declared to be a concrete class. In this question, it is actually specifically saying, can an abstract class be extended by another abstract class? So in this case, the answer is B. Because, well, it does not have to implement an abstract class, that is the subclass, obviously doesn't need to implement all the abstract methods. So that is B. Question 8. What happens if an abstract class does not have any abstract methods? So let's think about it. An abstract class. So it's a class that's declared as abstract, but all the methods are not declared as abstract. So A, it is a concrete class and can be instantiated. B, it must still be declared as abstract. C, it cannot be used as a base class. D, it can be instantiated like a normal class. So I feel A and D are very similar choices, but they don't seem to be correct because it is not really a concrete class. And no, it cannot be really instantiated like a normal class, because if you're saying it's an abstract class, that means there's a word abstract on it. And of course, it can be used as a base class. That means there can be other classes that extend from it. So the choice would be B. It must still be declared as an abstract class. Question 9. Can an abstract class have a constructor? So first choice says no, abstract classes cannot have constructors. B, yes, only if it is declared public. C, yes, abstract classes can have constructors that are called by subclasses. And D, yes, but constructors in abstract classes cannot have parameters. D seems kind of, totally out there, doesn't make sense. Why would there be the special rule for abstract classes? The first one is also not correct. Abstract classes can actually have constructors between B and C. So the B says only if it is declared as public, and C, yes, abstract classes can have constructors that are called by subclasses. So I believe it is C. You don't need it to be public, right? So, all right. Question 10. Which of the following is true about abstract methods? A, abstract methods must have a body. I believe that is not true. That's the whole definition of being an abstract method. It does not have a body. Abstract methods cannot be overridden in subclasses. That also doesn't make sense to me because, well, that is pretty much how you would put the body in, is by overriding it in a subclass. C, abstract methods are always public or protected. And B, abstract methods must be declared private. Now, if you think about D, it's interesting because if you declare it as private, it kind of puts a lot of limitations on an abstract method, which I don't think makes sense. So the correct answer is C. Abstract methods are always public or protected. That's what allows subclasses to, extend the class and also use those methods, as in override those methods. All right, so that brings us to the end of our 10 questions. Hopefully, You got most of them right. If not, go ahead and practice this, write some code, see how these classes work together. And yeah, hopefully that will help you prepare for abstract classes for your AP exam. Thank you.